Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Nanny Faye Crisley is back at it, bantering with Todd. Nanny Faye Crisley, the mom of Todd Crisley, often sassed him on Crisley Knows Best. Well, this weekend she was back at it again, and it reminded folks of the USA Network show. Fans love her, and they felt delighted to see their old favorite cast member doing well. Todd and his mom in a little skit. Everyone knows that Faye loves to gamble, and it often became a point of humorous contention between her and her son. Actually, as she soon appears with the rest of the family in the Celebrity Poker Tour, which sounds right up her alley. Well, Todd hasn't stopped trying to get her to give up gambling. In his short video on Instagram recently, they talked about it again. He asked his mom, "Hey, where are you going?" So, she told him she was off to her favorite place. In response, Todd Crisley told Nanny Faye that she needed to go to church. The banter is familiar. Unimpressed with his suggestion that she should be going to church to pray, she fired back. "I do that every day." Skeptical, Todd told her, "No, you thank him for giving you the good health and a car to get to Indiana casinos." Next, Nanny Faye Crisley was asked, "What would Jesus do?" According to his mom, he'd probably want to go along with her. Todd, of course, thinks that his mother needs Jesus. Fans are familiar with this sort of thing from the show, and they can't get enough of it. More of that family on TV? It isn't clear whether Crisley Knows Best will ever be revived, but fans should see both characters in the upcoming Lifetime docuseries about the family. Savannah arranged that when Todd and Julie went to prison for alleged tax-related and fraud offenses. Of course, now that Donald Trump granted them a pardon, Todd might look for other opportunities, and many of their fans hope for more reality TV from them. How did the older lady manage? During the incarceration of her son and daughter-in-law, Nanny Faye Crisley kept her pride. She seemed determined to hold up her head, as she firmly believed in their innocence. However, she probably stressed in private. Remember, she's no spring chicken, and she might have worried that she would pass away before her son came home. Naturally, fans took to the comments section to discuss the familiar banter that they remember so well. Of course, some of her fans want a new show for the family, so they can watch it on their screens at home. For now, they just have to wait and see what happens. After months of heartbreak, family turmoil, and intense public scrutiny, Crisley Knows Best fans were treated to a surprising, and much-needed, dose of joy. Today's shocking news: the indomitable Nanny Faye Crisley is back at it, sharper than ever and bantering with her beloved son Todd, just like old times. In a candid, unscripted moment that caught fans completely off guard, Nanny Faye and Todd reunited for a brief but hilarious livestream hosted by daughter Savannah Crisley. The energy was electric. It was the first time fans saw the mother-son duo, exchanging their signature snark and southern sass since Todd's release from federal prison. And let's just say, Nanny Faye hasn't missed a beat. "I've been holding this family together with duct tape and Jesus," Nanny Faye declared with a chuckle, sitting on her porch swing in Nashville, a familiar glass of sweet tea in hand. Todd, appearing via video call, quickly quipped back, and Lord knows which one held better. The internet exploded. Within minutes, the clip went viral. Longtime viewers of Crisley Knows Best flooded social media with emotional responses. After months of uncertainty, with Todd and Julie behind bars, Savannah stepping into a maternal role for her siblings, and Nanny Faye silently battling her own health concerns, fans were desperate for a light-hearted moment of normalcy. And that's exactly what they got. The banter is back. What made this reunion so special wasn't just the reunion itself, it was the pure, unfiltered chemistry between Nanny Faye and Todd. For years, their relationship served as the comedic backbone of Crisley Knows Best. Whether she was sneaking off to the casino or pulling one over on Todd, Nanny Faye was always good for a laugh. Today it was as if nothing had changed. Todd, now out on supervised release, looked slightly more reserved, but not enough to dampen the spark. "Mama, I've been eating canned beans Nanny for Faye 18 didn't months." skip a he beat. groaned. "Well, maybe that's why you finally lost that stubborn belly of yours." Savannah, seated between them during the call, practically collapsed in laughter. It was an emotional moment, but also a healing one. After all the scandals, the prison terms, and the family's struggle to stay afloat, it felt like the Crisleys were finally finding their rhythm again. Nanny Faye's resilience. While Todd's prison release has been a hot topic for the press, little has been said about the woman who arguably held the family together in his absence, Nanny Faye. The matriarch battled bladder cancer behind the scenes while trying to stay strong for her grandchildren. According to Savannah, it was Nanny Faye who insisted on being the one to tuck Chloe into bed most nights and kept Grayson's spirits high during their darkest hours. "She was our rock," Savannah confessed during a recent podcast episode. "Even when she was sick, she'd be making jokes, making sure we all had dinner, and yelling at Grayson to pick up his socks." Now, with her health reportedly improving, Nanny Faye is leaning back into what she loves most, causing mischief and making her family laugh. Future on TV? Naturally, the sudden reappearance of Nanny Faye and Todd together had fans begging for more. In fact, whispers of a possible reboot, or at least a reunion special, are already swirling online. Insiders say a major streaming service has been quietly approaching the Chrisleys about a redemption and rebuilding docuseries, focusing on the family's comeback. And if today's banter between Nanny Faye and Todd is any indication, audiences would eat it up. "You can't cancel the Chrisleys," one fan tweeted. "They're like the Southern Kardashians, but with biscuits." Savannah, who has taken on the role of unofficial family spokesperson, teased during the livestream, "You never know what's coming next. All I can say is, Nanny Faye's got a few tricks up her sleeve." Julie's reaction from prison. Sources close to the family say Julie Chrisley, still serving her reduced sentence, was made aware of the livestream and was deeply emotional watching her husband and mother-in-law joke like old times. "She cried," a family friend revealed. "It was a reminder of what she's fighting for. This family has been through hell, but they're still standing, still laughing." Julie's attorneys are reportedly pushing for an early release based on her good behavior and deteriorating health conditions in prison. Her potential return could mark yet another chapter in the Chrisley saga. What's next for Nanny Faye? When asked what her plans were for the rest of the summer, Nanny Faye didn't hesitate. "First, I'm going to the casino. Then I'm taking clothes school shopping. And if I have any time left, I might teach Todd how to make real cornbread instead of that dry stuff he thinks passes for Southern cookin'." And just like that, with one hilarious, heartfelt sentence, Nanny Faye reminded fans why she's the heart and soul of the Chrisley clan. Final thoughts. In a time when reality television is filled with staged drama and forced storylines, the Chrisleys have always stood out for their authenticity, especially Nanny Faye. Her strength, humor, and fierce love for her family shine through even in the darkest moments. Today's shocking news wasn't a scandal or a crisis. It was a long-awaited smile. A reminder that even after everything, Nanny Faye Chrisley is still standing tall, still bantering, still making us laugh, and most importantly, still holding the family together.